Hi, so here we are on day 29 of this 30-day Law of Attraction video diary. I had a really funny experience today actually with manifesting. I think the topic of today's one should, in fact I'm going to topic it that, manifesting Wellingtons. Today we woke up and it was a dry day, but it had been raining yesterday and I really fancied a walk. So I rang my friend about going out to one of the local forests to go for a walk, and then with my daughter who's 8, I said, oh, let's get some wellies. So we went to a couple of places on the way to try and buy some wellies, and we couldn't find any. We found some wellies, but not in the right size. But then the funniest thing was when we got to my friend's, there was about 3 pairs of wellies lined up there, all too small for her kids, some lovely wellies as well. And she said, oh, you can have those if you like. So Martha now has a beautiful pair of wellies, and they were just gifted to us. So, so thank you, Sue, for the lovely wellies. But it got me thinking about how things come to us, and that it's not always necessarily how we may think. So the other day when I was saying about the stone steps in the garden of the house and how I'd always wanted to live somewhere like that, that I'd kind of imagined, I don't know, when I thought about it, I'd imagined like owning somewhere like that, or but it's interesting how sometimes it just comes in that different way, and that also how sometimes things can be gifted to us, but we may think that we have to pay for them, for example. So that's a really interesting one, and that I've been thinking a lot about money and the blocks to money, and especially like the divide between spirituality and money. There seems to be this real divide that, you know, we can't charge for spiritual services, or that if we're spiritual we shouldn't have money. That's the other one, isn't it? Which is really, really common. So I find that really, really fascinating, because to me everything is spirit. Everything is the universe in action, living. And that if we are saying, well, you know, we shouldn't have money because that's not spiritual, then we're denying an aspect of life. So I've been kind of pondering that quite a bit, really, and just then the blocks and the beliefs and the things that we have around money that then prevent money coming to us, or the things that we want coming to us. So it really struck me that there is this universal law of giving and receiving. There is this, I don't know whether it's a law or like it's the cycle of life, is this ebb and flow, this giving and receiving, and that many of us are like really good at giving, but we're not good at receiving, and not just money. So for example, sharing our love in a relationship, or with our friends, and so sharing ourselves. That often people are very good at giving, aren't they, and helping others. It's not a pattern I've ever seen in myself. But I guess that's why I see them, because I totally see them in myself. That, and I don't know if it's something to do with the disappointment. I was thinking that when you give something, like you're in control, aren't you? You're giving that thing, and so that's okay. But when you have to open to receive something from another, money, help, support, anything like that, that you're opening yourself to disappointment if you don't get that thing. And maybe for many of us where we've been rejected or our needs have not been met in the past, that there's a bit of a closing down to opening ourselves to receive. So today I really think it's about receiving, opening to receive, when you're kind of playing with the law of attraction and imagining the things you want, not just keeping the end goal in mind, but really letting go of the how. Taking action, obviously, that kind of comes to you, but not resolutely keeping it that it has to happen in a certain way, because I think you're just stunting it in doing that. And that it may come in a completely marvellous way that you never ever expected. And also opening yourself to receive, knowing that you are the diamond, you are the universe, and you know, it's brilliant that you can give, and that you should also be totally open to receiving and being nourished and cared for as well. And the same goes for finances, open to receiving money as a fair exchange for the wonderful work that you do. So yeah, so there we go. Day 29 is about receiving and manifesting those Wellingtons. Thanks very much. I'll see you tomorrow for our final day.